Hi, good day everyone. This video is about operations on functions. Let's try to answer some set of problems wherein we will perform operations at the same time we will evaluate some functions. Okay? So for example, let's say we have this first set of function, let's say we have g of x as x cubed and plus 5x squared, okay? And let's say we have this f of x as 2x plus 4. Right? So let's try to answer this given problem. Let's try to perform some operation, but this time we will assign a value for every input or x. Okay? Let's say for our question, let's say we have this. What will be the value of g of 3 plus f of 3? Right. So since we have this given set of problem, if we encounter this given problem, we have this simple step. So again, since we are asked to evaluate this given expression or those functions with this set of inputs as 3 and another set of 3, that means we need to evaluate it first and we need to add their answer. Okay, so let's solve this one. So it will give us again the contents of function g. So we have for g we have x cubed plus 5x squared, okay? And we need to add this to the contents of function f, which is 2x plus 4, right? Since we have this input as 3, so we need to change the values of x as positive 3. So it will give us cube plus 5x squared, okay? And I will encode 3 inside our parentheses. Next is plus, we have this function f as 2 times x plus 4. And again, the value of x for f is 3. So we have 3. Right? So after this, just simplify the given set of expression. So simplify this, it will give us 3 cubed. Okay? Positive 3 cubed is 3 times 3. That is 9 times 3. That is 27. So it will give us 27. Okay? Plus 5 times. Let's simplify this one. So we have 3 squared. That is equals to 9. So it will give us 5 times 9. Next, we need to add the contents of this function to function f, which is 2 times 3. We have 2 times 3, so simplify this. That is equals to 6 and plus 4. Okay, so let's simplify our given expression. So it will give us 27 plus 5 times 9. So 5 times 9 is 45, and 45 plus 27, that is equals to 72. So we have 72 for function g, plus we have the 6 plus 4 from function f, which is equals to 10. And if you want to add the value, it will give us this answer. Therefore, the answer for this given problem is equals to 82. So that is our answer. Okay, that means if we add g of 3 plus f of 3, the answer is simply equals to 82. Right, so we have this set of answer. Okay, so let's try to solve another set of problem. Let's try to add another functions. Let's say we have this given function. Okay, let's try to solve g of x. Okay, we have g of x. Let's say that is equals to 3x plus 3. And we have, let's say we have f of x. And f of x is equals to 2x minus 2. Right, so let's try to solve what will be the value of this if we have g plus f of 9. Okay, so what will be the value of our function if we are asked to add g and f and evaluate this with an input of 9? Okay, so same procedure, same with the operations of the function. Since we have this addition, that means we need to simply add the contents of function g. Okay, so we need to add this to the contents of function f. So that is g plus f. Okay, but this time we need to assign the value for input, which is 9. Okay, so that means we need to change the values of x as 9 for every function. So let's try to evaluate. So again, the value of g according to our given problem, we have this 3x plus 3 Okay, so we need to add this to function f, which is 2x minus 2. So we have 2x minus 2. Now, since we're asked to evaluate this, okay, with 9 as our input, let's change the values of x as 9. Therefore, it will give us 3 times 9 as our x, okay, plus 3. And we need to add this to 2 times another x, which is 9 again, minus 2. After that, just simplify this set of expression, okay? So, just simplify. We have 3 times 9. So, 3 times 9 is equals to 27. Okay, so it will give us 27 plus 3. And we need to add this to 2 times 9. Okay, that is 18. So, we have 18 minus 2. And simplify each term. So, it will give us 27 plus 3. That is equals to 30. Right, so we have 30 plus 18 minus 2, which is equals to 16. Therefore, for the final answer, this is actually equals to 30 plus 16. The answer for this given problem is 46. Right? That means g plus f of 9 is equals to 46. Right? So that is for our example number 2. Okay, so let's try to answer another set of problem. Okay, so same procedure. So just evaluate the given expression. Okay, it's either you will perform the indicated operation first before you evaluate, or evaluate and then perform the indicated operation. So that is okay. So let's say we have this given problem. Let's say we have a of x. Okay, let's say a of x is equals to negative 4x plus 1. Right, so we have negative 4x plus 1. And then let's say we have this b of x. Okay, and let's say b of x is equals to negative 2x minus 1. Okay, so what do you think? What will be the value of this expression if we are asked to simplify a 5 plus b of 5? Okay, so again, I encourage you to pause this video and try to answer this given problem on your own. Alright, so let's double check your answer. Now, since we have this given operation, we are asked to add the function a to function b, wherein we are also asked to evaluate the given function with the use of 5 as our input or our domain. So therefore, same procedure. So since we have this a sub 5, that means for the function a, we have negative 4x plus 1. We need to add this to the function b, which is equals to negative 2x minus 1. So we assign the value of x, which is 5 for each given problem. So let's replace the values of x as 5. Therefore, it will give us negative 4x, or negative 4 times 5. Okay, and copy the remaining 1. So we need to add this to negative 2 times x, which is another 5 minus 1. Okay, so let's simplify each term. So it will give us negative 4 times 5, that is equals to negative 20, and copy the remaining 1. Okay, so next is plus negative 2 times 5. So let's simplify this. Negative 2 times 5 is actually negative 10, and copy the remaining minus 1. And then let's simplify this set of values. Therefore, negative 20 plus 1, this is actually equals to negative 19. Okay, so it will give us negative 19 plus negative 10 minus 1 is actually equals to negative 11. Okay, and let's combine those numbers or those terms. Therefore, we have negative 19 plus negative 11. The answer is actually equals to negative 30. So this is our final answer for this given problem. That means a of 5 plus b of 5 is equals to negative 30. So that is our final answer. Right? So next, let's try to answer another set of problem. Okay, so for our example number 4. So let's try to subtract this given expression. Okay, so for our example number 4, let's say we have g of x. So we have g of x. let's say that is equals to 4x plus 3. Okay, and let's say we have h of x as x cubed. Okay, x cubed minus 2x squared. Okay, and let's say we're asked to solve this. Let's say we have, what will be the value of our function if we have g minus h of negative 1. Right, so again, we have this function g and function h, and we're asked to subtract this set of functions and evaluate this with x as negative 1. Okay, so let's try to answer this one. So again, this is actually equals to function g of x, okay, minus function h of x, and wherein we will replace the values of x as negative 1, right? So we have negative 1. So let's try to solve. So again, we have this g of x, and according to our given problem, g of x is equals to 4x plus 3. Okay? So we need to subtract this to our next function, which is function h, and h is equals to x cubed minus 2x squared. Okay? After that, since we have this input as negative 1, okay, so let's substitute the value of x as negative 1. Okay, so therefore it will give us um 4 times x, or 4 times negative 1. Okay, so plus 3. So plus 3, and we need to subtract this to, we have x cubed, or negative 1 cubed. Okay, so it will give us negative 1 cubed minus 2 times x, or negative 1 again, and we have this squared. Alright, so let's simplify this given value. So again, to simplify this, we have 4 times negative 1, that is actually equals to negative 4. So it will give us negative 4 plus 3 minus, we have this, negative 1 cubed. That means we need to multiply negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 3 times, because we have this exponent as 3. Okay, so negative 1 times 1 is positive 1, times negative 1 is actually negative 1. So the answer is negative 1. So it will give us negative 1, okay? And then negative 2 times negative 1 squared. So by the way, let's simplify this. We have negative 1 squared, that is equals to 1, okay? Therefore, it will give us minus 2 times 1. Right, so let's simplify this. Again, combine like terms, negative 4 plus 3. Actually, the answer is negative 1. So again, be careful to our sign. If we have negative signs, always include, or always make sure that we have this sign. Okay, so be careful to the sign. So we have negative 1 minus, we have negative 1 minus 2 times 1. So let's multiply this. That means we have negative 1 minus 2. Alright? So by simplifying this given set of expression, we have this set of values. So it will give us negative 1 minus negative 1 minus 2 is actually equals to negative 3. Right? So we have negative 3. So as you observe, we have here negative 1 minus a negative number. So again, we have this technique. If we have this two preceding negative sign, automatically this one will serve as addition. Okay, so we will change the sign and proceed to addition. Therefore, we have negative 1 plus 3. So the answer for this given problem is positive 2. Right? Therefore, g of, or g minus h of negative 1 is actually equals to positive 2. Right? So that is for our example number 4. So let's try to answer another set of problem. Okay? So let's say for this example number 5. Okay? Let's say we have this set of function. Let's say function a, or a of x. Let's say that is equals to x plus 3. And then let's say we have function b, or b of x, and that is equals to negative x plus 4. Right, so let's try to subtract some functions again. So what will be the value of our function if we subtract b to a? So a minus b of, let's say, 3. Okay, So let's try to answer it. So same procedure. So we have this first set of function, which is a. So a is actually equals to x plus 3. We need to subtract this value to function b, which is negative x plus 4. Okay? Since we have this input as 3, we need to change the values of x as positive 3. Therefore, it will give us x, or 3, okay, plus 3 minus, we have negative of x, or negative of 3, plus 4. Okay? So let's simplify each term. So combine these like terms, negative or positive 3 plus 3. This is equals to 6. So we have 6 minus negative of 3 plus 4. It looks like negative 3 plus 4. Okay? So negative 3 plus 4 is actually equals to 1. Therefore, we have this final expression as 6 minus 1. So the answer for this given problem is actually equals to 5. Okay? 6 minus 1 is equals to 5. So the answer for this given problem, a minus b of 3, is equals to 5. Okay, so that is our final answer. Right? So next, let's try to answer another problem. So how about multiplication? Okay, let's try to solve some multiplication with evaluation. Let's say we are asked to solve this. Okay, say we have this problem. Let's say a of x. Okay, say we have a of x. Let's say that is equals to x plus 5. Next, let's say we have b of x. And let's say that is equals to 3x minus 5. Okay, so what will be the value of x, okay, or this function, if we multiply a and b, or simply a times b of 5? Okay, so again, I encourage you to pause this video and try to answer this problem. Alright, so let's double check your answer. So let's identify what will be the value if we multiply function a and function b with this input as 5. Okay, so same procedure. So what are the contents of function a? So for function a, we have x plus 5. So we need to multiply this to the contents of function b, which is 3x minus 5. Okay, and we have this input as 5. So let's substitute the values of x as 5. So it will give us x, or 5, okay, plus 5 times, okay, so we have this bracket or set of parentheses. That means we are under multiplication. Okay, okay, times 3 times x, another 5 again, okay, minus 5. And let's simplify. After we simplify each term, let's multiply the answer. Right, so we have 5 plus 5. So 5 plus 5 is actually equals to 10. So we have 10 times, we have 3 times 5, which is equals to 15, right? And 15 minus 5 is equals to 10. Therefore, for the final expression, we have 10 times 10. So the answer for this given problem is simply 100. Therefore, a times b of 5 is equals to 100. And that is our final answer for this given problem. Okay? So that is for multiplication. Alright. So another. Let's try to divide some expression. Okay? Let's try to divide. Let's say for our final example. So again, try to answer this problem on your own. Okay? Let's say we have f of x. Let's say f of x is equals to negative 3x squared. Okay? Plus 3x. So plus 3x. Next, for function g, or g of x, let's say we have 2x plus 5. So we have 2x plus 5. Right. So what will be the value of our given expression, or this function, if we perform this operation? Let's say we have a of 4, or a of negative 4, divided by b sub negative 4. Okay? So again, we have this given expression. So it is actually written as, we can denote this one as a of negative 4 all over b sub negative 4. So we will also encounter this given problem. So we have the same notation, or same same mathematical expression. Now, let's try to perform division for this given problem. All right. So again, that means we are asked to divide the set of values. So we have this function a. So by the way, I'm sorry, this is function f. So this is f, and this is function g. Okay. So we have f of negative 4 and g of negative 4. So let's try to answer. So for function f, we have negative 3x squared plus 3x all over function g. Okay, we have this denominator or divisor, which is equals to 2x plus 5. Okay, so for function f, we are asked to assign a value for x that is negative 4. So let's change the values of x, okay, for function g. Therefore, it will give us that is equals to negative 3, okay, times negative 4. And that is in squared. So negative 4 squared. And we need to add, okay, plus 3x or plus 3 times negative 4. So 3 times negative 4. Alright, so that is for our numerator. So all over, so we have this value again for g or for our denominator. So we are asked to assign negative 4 as its input or value of x. That means it will give us 2. Okay, it will give us 2 times x. So x is negative 4 plus 5. Okay, so let's simplify each term and let's try to divide and identify or determine what will be the possible value of our quotient. So we have this given expression. So let's simplify this. So we have negative 4 squared. That means we have negative 3 times negative 4 squared is equals to positive 16. Okay? And let's simplify this. 3 times negative 4 is 3 times 4, 12. And we have this negative sign. So negative 12. That is for our numerator. This is all over. For our denominator, we have 2 times negative 4, which is equals to negative 8 plus 5. Okay? So let's multiply the values. Since we have this given expression, it will give us negative 3 times 16. Okay, so just multiply. So if negative 3 times 16, that is equals to negative 48. Right? So we have negative 48 minus 12 all over negative 8 plus 5. Right? So let's simplify this. Negative 8 plus 5, that is a negative number or negative 3. Right? That means we have this given expression, negative 48 minus 12 all over negative 3. And this is actually equals to negative 48 minus 12. So this is actually equals to negative 60. Right? So that is negative 60. 48 and 12. So divide this to negative 3. So we have the set of negative signs. So cancel out. Therefore, it will give us 60 divided by 3. So the answer for this given problem is simply 20. So that is our answer. Therefore, f of negative 4 divided by g of negative 4 is simply equals to our answer, which is 20. So that is our final answer for this given problem. Again, thank you so much everyone. Have a nice day and God bless.